At one point, the doctor actually turned to my mom and said, "You need to do something about this." And the word "this" was accompanied by a fairly large, sweeping gesture in my general direction. Now, I may have said something similar to her when I hadn't been there before, but this was the first time I was ever present for it. And someone directly blaming my mom. It's just, I remember it making me feel really bad at the doctor and bad for my mom, who's just sitting there looking helpless. Until she said, "Well, I tried, doctor, but he sneaks food. What can I do?" Hey! Now, I'll readily admit to this crime. I used to be able to time my kitchen Oreo runs to the commercial breaks of my mom's soap operas. I was great at it. She'd head to the bathroom and I'd have a glass of milk and 10 cookies out of the kitchen before Luke and Laura were back from break trying to recapture their love. Again. But in my defense, I could only sneak food that's in the house. You know, it's not like I was smuggling in black market candy. I didn't have a cookie lab set up in the basement. So, what's going on down there? Nothing. What does that smell? Is that dough? Are you baking? No, it's pot. Smoking pot. Look at that Playboy. No cookies down here. There's nothing happening down here. And the whole experience, it bothered me so much because I always thought that she and I were kind of in this together, you know? Our whole family was heavy, but not like her and I. You know, my dad and sister were chubby, and my brother, the lucky bastard, he actually grew out of his weight by junior high. He was the athletic Dorval, which is admittedly grading on a very generous curve. Our Weight Watchers lasted another 2 weeks, at which point my mom had given up, and that Wednesday instead we went to Newport Creamery for vanilla ice cream with cold chocolate syrup, because hot fudge melts the ice cream too quickly. Most of my preteen years, my parents approached my weight vacillated wildly. For a while they tried a subliminal attack with things like, "Oh, isn't that a funny man, Michael? His name is Richard Simmons. Let's watch him together." Our TV would be switched from Three's Company to the news whenever they were running a special on kids and obesity, a growing problem. Oh, clever. They'd have me play Little League Baseball, which actually might have been the least physically active part of any day a game happened to fall on. Standing in right field for 3 innings. Woo! Feel the bird. Believe it or not, there weren't a lot of 10-year-old left-handed pool hitters driving the ball in a frozen rope to right field for me to catch in a spectacular running dive. As for base running, well, my first year my batting average was 0, so I didn't do an awful lot. The only time I actually got on base was when I'd lean in and get hit by the pitch, which I got really good at after the first couple of years. Admittedly, I presented a hell of a target. I was in that bright red polyester uniform. Oh, God, the uniforms. They were brutal. They were polyester, the pullover, and bright. And forgive me for using a tired analogy, but it has never been more appropriate than right now. It was a sausage casing. It was. Oh, no, it was. It was a bright red numbered sausage casing with funny socks. And did you know that the uniform number has significance? The bigger the number, the bigger the size. Yeah, there were 14 kids on a team. You'll never guess what my number was. 14. You were there. And you know, if you do happen to find yourself at a Little League game sometime in the near future, I don't know why, but if you're there, and you see number 14, would you do me a favor? Give him a little cheer. Which is admittedly hard. 14's not going to be doing a lot. 14 doesn't want to be there. Poor little 14. He's burning in hell. If he actually manages to reach base, even if it's by injury, just give him a cheer, okay? My mom and I would go to Weight Watchers on and off for years, and I gradually learned to stop fighting it, because if there was one person on the face of the earth who liked Weight Watchers less than me, it was my mom. So I learned if I could just grin and bear it for a week or two, there wouldn't be a third. We going to Weight Watchers today, Mom? No, we're going to IHOP. Yeah. It's not that I was okay with being fat, because I never was. I was over 200 pounds in the 7th grade. But I thought, wow, it's a good thing I'm tall. Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't carry it so well. And I always thought that someday it could stop. You know, I just kind of grow out of it on my own, like acne or pro wrestling. You know, and I think I believe that because in my head, I was never fat. You know, if all men are great in their dreams, all fat men are lithe, toned, and have that great little line of muscles right here. You know that muscle? I always wanted that muscle. Never had it. It's kind of the last muscle, isn't it? People who work out, like, that's when you know you're done. Everything else develops first, and that kind of pops out like a human meat thermometer. You're in shape. All right, and I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to get a little bit of this in front of an audience. Thank you guys very much for listening to it. Thank you.